Chapter 3, Startup Procedures and Job Site Operations. Chapter Objectives. After studying this chapter, the CDP candidate should be able to identify proper startup procedures and truck mixer operation under normal conditions, understand the effects of weather and temperature on startup and operation of the truck mixer, describe proper techniques for entering and maneuvering on job sites with the truck mixer, and how to make the unloading process go as efficiently as possible. Starting operating under normal conditions. After the pre-trip inspection is complete and the truck mixer is ready for service, the CDP should contact the dispatcher for assignment. Hopefully, the dispatcher has a full day planned and the CDP will be needed to load almost immediately. Concrete producers have their own set of procedures to follow that affect the operation of the truck mixer. Here are a few operating tips. Make sure the drum keeps turning all the time while driving, even with an empty drum. If the drum is kept in neutral, the bouncing and the vibrating of the drum can create flat spots on the rollers and lead to excess wear. Keep the drum in agitating speed while empty. If the truck mixer is equipped with a full wheel lock differential, it should be engaged prior to entering a job site, where additional traction may be needed. If the differential is engaged when traction is lost, the benefit of locking the wheels may not be as effective or not effective at all. Make sure the truck stops moving before engaging or disengaging the differential. If the truck is equipped with any kind of liftable or pusher axle, it should be raised prior to entering the job site. Weight conditions or bridge formula restrictions no longer apply. They are designed for on-road conditions and may be damaged when used in an off-road job site. An exception may be made when entering or maneuvering on paved job sites, unless the truck has a liftable axle that may be raised in order to unload. Do not slip the clutch while disengaging into a moving slip-form machine. This creates premature and excessive wear on the clutch mechanism. Keep the truck in the lowest gear possible and keep the clutch either fully engaged or disengaged. Use the brake system to keep pace with the machine. It is more cost-effective to replace brake shoes than clutch plates. Do not allow the customer to hang extension chutes onto the truck chutes unless they are fully supported, and do not add any weight onto the truck chutes. Normal weight concrete weighs approximately 150 pounds per cubic foot or 90 kilograms per cubic meter. Too much weight on the chutes can break mounting points off the rear of the truck. A word about engine idling. Excessive engine idling wastes fuel, harms the engine, and pollutes the environment. Many areas have regulations that prevent trucks from idling more than a specific period of time, unless special conditions are met. In general, the truck mixer should not idle more than 10 to 15 minutes, unless it is carrying a load or unless weather conditions are such that the truck engine has to be kept running to keep the truck warm or cold. Every minute of excessive idling creates excessive wear on the engine because of the incomplete combustion. Deposits will form on exhaust valves and piston rings, which reduce efficiency and creates more frequent engine service. Starting operating in cold weather. Cold weather can make starting and operating the truck mixer very difficult, especially if the truck is parked outside. Cold weather operations can create a great deal of stress on the truck mixer because the fuel, oil, coolant, and battery are all affected. As a result, the CDP must be careful to use special techniques when starting and operating. In the startup process, perform the normal pre-trip inspection. Remove any accumulation of ice and snow from the vehicle. Do not use water to defrost or remove snow and ice. The water will just freeze on the truck. Should a drum roller freeze and not turn when the mixer is engaged, do not use a torch to try to defrost it. Spray the roller with warm or hot water and re-grease the roller when it starts to turn. If all the water has not been drained from the water system the night before, it will likely freeze in the lines and keep the truck mixer out of service until it is thawed out with handheld torches or moved to a heated garage. Ether is a common material used to start trucks in cold weather. Many times it is used to reduce wear on the battery when trying to crank a cold engine, because at 0 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius, a fully charged battery will only have 40% of its cranking power. Ether should be used sparingly because it can damage an engine or cause a fire if used improperly. The CDP should try to crank the engine 6 to 8 times before using ether. If ether is necessary, get someone else to assist. If at all possible, external electrical connections from an AC cold start jump cart saves wear on the engine and battery. Block heaters are often installed in trucks that routinely operate in cold weather to preheat the engine and make starting easier. Starting and operating in hot weather. Hot weather operation presents a different set of challenges for the CDP. While starting the vehicle and completing the pre-trip inspection checklist follow normal procedures, hot weather can create a great deal of stress on the truck mixer and its systems. The primary problem of operating in hot weather is keeping the truck mixer engine cool. Under normal conditions, only 33% of the heat generated by the engine is used as horsepower. The rest has to be carried away by the cooling system. As the air gets warmer, there is less heat transfer away from the engine. The cooling system has to work harder to keep the engine temperature constant. If the cooling system cannot keep up, the engine retains more heat. The oil can break down and not lubricate, and the engine can seize up as a result. 60 to 70% of diesel engine failures are caused by problems with the cooling system. Engines running at high temperatures can also suffer a problem called implosion. Implosion occurs when an engine runs hot with higher fuel temperatures. Premature detonation of fuel-air mix occurs and damages the cylinder walls. To properly operate in hot weather, the CDP should monitor the engine coolant temperature gauge closely. Minimize rapid acceleration after a period of idling and minimize engine lugging or strain. Monitor the cooling system for leaks.